Oh, can you see me now? Oh, jeez. I've been talking to myself this whole time. How's it going, everybody? Jeez, I thought I'd turned it on, but I stuck on the same stream starting screen for ages. I was wondering why you're all a bit quiet. Yeah, bolters. Who do we reckon? How's it going, everybody? It is 2:45 in the morning. It's not quite 1 o'clock in the morning. It looks like the stream's about to get underway. Bill's sick of the term bolter. 42 reckons Pollock. Do we reckon Pollock? Do we reckon Prendergast? How's it going, Nick? How's it going, Lee? Blake, man, how's it going? Rodri's in. Jennifer and Katz love the thumbnail. I haven't really done a stupid thumbnail like that before, but I figured, hey, Lions Tour once every 4 years. Why don't we do something a bit silly? The old traditional YouTube face. I can't believe it. Darmundi, man. Oh, bro, you're also up at a stupid o'clock. Maybe not quite as bad. Hello from France. How's it going? Ooh. Oh, my goodness. It says broadcast going to start in 14 minutes, and then there's some chat going on. Okay. I was going to ask you guys, what is your... Thumbnail is egregious, I know, right? I was going to ask you, how much faffing are we going to get? My estimate was about 15, 20 minutes. There's just some chat in the background of the British and Irish Lions stream, but with no images. Lee reckons no Prendergast, the two Finns, and Russell. That would also be, I think, similar to what I was thinking. I don't know that Prendergast goes unless Andy wants to give him a bit of experience. But can you imagine if Prendergast goes for experience and then has to like play starting 10 in a deciding test against the Wallabies? That would be a bit harsh, wouldn't it? Jamie Ritchie, maybe, eh? That's actually a good call. I feel like with how good Jamie Ritchie is defensively, how good he is at the line out and on the turnover, I think he's a decent shout, especially with, you know, a mixed kind of group of assistants doing the coaching. Oh, cheers, Bill. Mark laughs in the face of sleep. Thank you, buddy. I am straight to bed after this. So I'm kind of curious to see how much faffing about they do. Are they going to do thank you to our sponsors for hosting us today? Thank you all for being here. Thank you to the venue. Thank you to this, that, and the other. Or are they going to get straight into the action? But cheers, Bill. Appreciate it, mate. Scheduled to be an hour long on Sky Sports, praying a good chunk of that is analysis because a 1 hour selection of a Faz speech would be a lot. Yeah, Faz is relatively nice to listen to. He's pretty direct. He doesn't stuff around too much. But I think it just kind of depends on how much of the preamble starts. Yeah, it can be a lot. I remember we did a live stream for was it the All Blacks did a live stream of one of their hosting things, and they spent 15 minutes preambling and people didn't like it. Anyone picking Owen Farrell to go? Does he pick his son? A few people tuning in from South Africa. Good to see you guys. Better time zone for you than me. At the minute. Jeez, why does my YouTube stream keep buffering? It's 26,000 people watching the stream on YouTube. Fair play for being up, Irish Yoshi. I was umming and ahhing about whether to get up to watch this one, but like, Once every 4 years, right? Gotta get it done. Gotta get it done. Rian Lowe, the man who does not like a bolter. Not in the amount that we've been getting bolter chat. Who's Rian Lowe's bolter? Farrell is not going. Wasn't he injured for Racing just the other day anyway? Simon is in Austin, Texas. Have an over-under on the number of Welsh being picked. Do we go 2? 3? Physics explained. God, what time is it over there? It is 12:50. It's already the 9th of May. So, just after midnight. Rian wants a Ben Earl Tuipulotu midfield. Wow. If they opt to go 6-2 split and we get an injury in the midfield, you might get your wish. Forrest reckons only one will be Jack Morgan. The others that might be close, Thomas Williams, Talupe Falatau, Dewey Lake, maybe. Probably depends on Kalen Doris. I think if Doris does get named, then Falatau, probably his chances are a bit slimmer. Hope Jack Morgan goes, though. Jack Morgan's been cracking. Want to see Tom Jordan go as 12, 10, 15 cover? I feel like Tom Jordan is a bit of a long shot. I feel like Jamie Ritchie's got more of a shot than Tom Jordan, but don't know. I'm 26 now and 34 the next time South Africa plays the Lions. Bro, at 34, you could still be playing rugby, so you could make the Springboks for that next incoming tour. So be ready. Be match ready. Good afternoon, Mike from Joburg. Hoping for Faye Waboso. That's another good shout for a bolter. Is he a bolter? Not really. But yeah, I feel like there's a race between the likes of Faye Waboso, maybe Darcy Graham and co for that kind of extra outside back spot. Nathan's praying for your Welsh. Apparently in 8 minutes we'll find out. Puka Fajor plays both sides of the scrum equally well. Tolly. 6 main props will have to be on call every match, otherwise 4 playing 2 warmed up in the case of injury. He would give them another option, although Porter can play both sides as well, although he hasn't played tight head for a long time. Thought Doris was out after his shoulder injury, Lee. I don't know if they've confirmed exactly how long he's going to be out, but he's had surgery. It didn't sound promising for him, did it? Dinswell chilling with brandy and coke in Cape Town. Matt, I need to get myself another bottle of Clippies. I am all out of Clippies. I drank the last lot. I do have some Jamesons up there, though. Some Jamesons and some Chinese liquor. Rumours are 6 months for Doris. Yeah, in which case he might not be able to do a miracle Alan Wynne-Jones parachute in for the tests. John Hummarks, thanks for the live stream. It's raining here in Northland again. Mate, you are also up at stupid o'clock. It's been off and on here in Auckland. It is off at the minute. Be interested to see how many foreign-born players are in the squad. I mean, Gibson Park, James Lowe, Duan van der Merwe are probably the 3 biggest favourites, right? I guess. Try Richelieu. Okay, I'll have to see if they sell it here in NZ. Clippies is available at most of the bottle shops. Is anyone picking anyone other than Itoje for captain? Or is he pretty much a shoe-in? Tracy, how's it going? Cheers, Mark. Get in the Jamesons. I could. We'll see how the squad name goes. Maybe a nice Jamesons will... nice Jamesons will send me off to sleep after the squad naming. Duan is injured. Yeah, he's been injured for a wee while, but I think he's tracking to be back fit. Simon reckons Itoje for captain for sure. Owen Farrell for captain would be the call of all calls. It was leaked that it was Itoje, I think on The Guardian, eh? Are those leaks accurate? I think if Doris gets selected, he's the best fit for captain. Yeah, if Doris is out, then it pretty much... it's a shoo-in for Itoje to be captain, I would have thought, eh? Xavier really wants Pollock. I've seen two. Pollock seems to be really divisive. There's people who are like, this guy is like young and exciting and brash and he's just so talented. He absolutely needs to go. And then there's other people who are like, he's had 20 minutes of test rugby. He needs to kind of, earn his dues kind of thing before we can just parachute him into like the British and Irish Lions. He's barely had any test match rugby, so he seems to be a bit divisive in that regard. Can't see anyone but Itoje with Doris being injured. I would have thought so as well. Met Pollock after the game last week. Nice lad. So you've changed your tune. I feel like that would be the way with a lot of the guys, eh? They're probably a lot nicer in real life than they are potentially portrayed on by TV or the media. He's this year's Arundel. Kiwi lads, how are you not doing a live stream right now? Or are you doing a live stream right now, Hamish? Hamish, the king of live streams, should certainly be live streaming. Kiwi lads is not live streaming. Are you serious? Come on, Hamish. You're taking a day off. Unbelievable. 3 minutes to go. I like watching Pollock's Forest thing. I'm most excited for is when it comes to him is seeing Peter Steph to sort of fold him for the first time. We'll see how confident he is then. There is something kind of uniquely satisfying about seeing big name players get sat down. Joseph Soali'i got totally sat down for the Waratahs the other day, and he's like this. I mean, he scored a fantastic try as well. But yeah, he still had a moment. He still had a moment. No live stream. I thought since the announcement was on YouTube, I could get away with just watching. I suppose so, eh? Part of the gift of what Hamish does is bringing that paywalled content out from the paywall and bringing it to life for people who don't have a sports subscription or multiple sports subscriptions. People calling dogs Pollocks a bolter clearly haven't seen his season stats. They are phenomenal. Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? Very good player. How much influence do we think Sexton has? Oh, I still feel like Faz is the kind of... Does anyone call... What am I calling him Faz for? Andy Farrell. Faz is his son. Baz? Jeez, it's too late. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I think Andy Farrell is a very much in charge kind of boss. Bill mutes his comms and listens to Hamish, which is certainly not a bad thing to do, because sometimes the comms can be pretty all over the shop. Right, we've got 1 minute to go. Rugby noise. Is there any chance Andy names his son as a wild card? Is there a chance? For sure. Would I be picking it? Probably not. He doesn't strike me as the most kind of sentimental kind of dude. But yeah. I see they were selling tickets to this event, this squad announcement, but they couldn't sell them all, so they started giving them away for free. Would love to see Tommy Freeman make the team. Surely he has to make the team, eh? He's been in incredible form, and he can play centre as well. Surely. Curry got you, Squidge, and the official Lions channel up. Nice. Squidge doesn't do many live streams, so this is a bit of a special occasion with that. Oh, here we go. Someone just pushed play on the video. Oh, get the sound right. How much faffing are we going to get? Tommy Freeman's also played 15 there, true enough. Foreign-born, Schoolman, Tuipulotu, Dempsey. You reckon Dempsey might go? Is there a player you want in the squad knowing he probably won't make it? I'd like to see Darge go because I think he's cracking, but then it's just too competitive. I don't think he gets picked. Here we go. Here come our hosts. Ugo Monya's bloody everywhere, isn't he? Geez, that guy gets a lot of gigs. Dempsey might be cover, you reckon, with Doris? Yeah, that's a fair point. Sounds like the Ford's being announced at 1:30 and the back's at 1:40. Is it seriously going to be half an hour of faffing about? Come on. Hey, from Sweden. How's it going in Sweden? £60 a ticket. Then they gave them away free. Okay. They got some Lions legends waving at the camera. There's a few people having some beers in the crowd. Qatar Airways Lions Tour. Yeah, no access to the Qatar Airlines Cup. Gosh, why drag it out? I know, Bill. This is going to be a long bit of faffing about, isn't it? They're talking about a mural. Oh well. Stephanie, how's it going? Or is it Stefan? It's nice to see some proper spring, which is nice, and our domestic season is going to start next week, so I have to get back playing. Nice. It's kind of getting into winter here, and it's a bit miserable, actually. It's been bloody piddling down. Alright, I'm going to mute this for a bit. Do you guys see it's Olivia's phone? Oh no, it's gone. In the bottom left-hand corner. It was streaming from Olivia's phone for this person for the Whitechapel Street in London. Anybody buying the jersey? Anybody bought the jersey? I just ordered one today. I wasn't going to, but then again, just like this live stream. Yeah, it's once every 4 years, isn't it? Why don't they just name Adam, yeah, I know. They've got to build it up. They've got to hype it up. There's Yohan Evans and Andy Farrell. British and Irish Lions YouTube chat already kicking off about waiting for the team. Yeah, they probably should just get to the point. A little bit. Do you think the Wallabies will be able to outmuscle the Lions forwards? I will be interested to see what kind of pack Schmidt picks, because he could potentially put a fair bit of beef in that front and second row. I was just saying earlier today, like, imagine Tupou and Skelton if they're going tight head prop, tight head lock. That's a bit of weight. So I looked at the pack weights last year, and Australia were not a lightweight pack, even though they kind of get a reputation as being a mobile pack. They are certainly not, without some big boppers. So I think the consensus is they're going to get bullied around up front, but I wouldn't count on it. Put it that way. Still wearing the jersey 4 years ago. Yeah, bro. Still got that Wallabies jersey as well. Argentina jersey. I remember, bro. I hope. Wondering if the Wallabies will release a special edition jersey. If so, you'll be buying. Well, the South Africans did for the last tour. They released like a specific Lions tour jersey. So maybe. Fletcher's going to get one after the tour. They'll be on discount then, to be fair. Well, they are on discount today as well, but not as much. I love it how she's asking him about nerves while waiting when we're all waiting. But anyway, Brandon says Northampton beating Leinster was an upset because Northampton are not good in the Premiership. They are reigning champions, but yeah, this season their Premiership record's not been the best. A lot of annoying Minecraft stuff in the chat too. Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying, what do you call it? Something chicken. I saw the movie with my kids. What is the zombie? Chicken, what the flip is it? God, I'm old. It's just too late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. They've turned off the chat. Yeah, I see they've paused it because it's too much nonsense. Chicken jockey. That's it. Oh my God, my brain can't work. My brain can't work. Daramundi. Cheers, man. Did you see the article by the Raw Rugby talking to Tupou current form and how he feels he doesn't deserve to be picked? I didn't see that, but I did see he's been getting a lot of stick recently about being kind of out of form. His form has really been kind of under the spotlight. Oh, my stream is just frozen. There we go. Back to it. They should do the talking after the squad is announced. Yeah, it's kind of why we're all here. Do I have any last minute bolter predictions? My gut goes they're not going to go real heavy on the bolters. Which is boring. Sorry. Jules, they are still preambling, so you have missed nothing. But cheers again, Daramundi, bro. Thank you. It's still on YouTube. God, why does my stream keep... Does anyone else streams pausing, or is that just my internet? Maybe I should plug in the wire. Hold on. Seems I've got time. Oh God, Mark, don't knock over the camera. Don't knock over the camera. Oh, don't knock over your drink. Has Gazza made a predictions for the Lions tour? He's basically been also saying similarly that he thinks the Wallabies will be more competitive than people are giving them credit for, because he's a big believer in Joe Schmidt. Who do you think will win Champions Cup final, Brendan? I mean, I'd probably pick Bordeaux, but I also picked Leinster to beat Northampton, so write them off at your peril. Doug doesn't want to see Owen Farrell. Doug, if Owen Farrell gets picked, do you support Australia as a Scotsman? Or is it not that bad? You have to reload the stream all the time. Okay, I'm glad it's not just you. I keep having to click like live because it keeps pausing. Suggested by Egg Chasers Lions Tour of France. I think we already get enough in the Six Nations of those kind of countries up against each other. I would rather see Argentina added to the list. But Argentina tends to get the odd game on Lions Tours. There's been a couple of Lions Tours which have started with Argentina, whereas New Zealand, South Africa, and Australia only get it once every 12. I clicked on this because of the stupid thumbnail. Well done. There you go, bro. I was just going to do a stock standard Lions logo thumbnail, and I thought, no, let's do something dumb. So there we are. Can they just get on with it? They are milking this for every second they can. Who do you think will win the Challenge Cup? It would be back in Bath. Oh my goodness. Rumor has it the Sexton's in the coaching crew to support Prendergast. That's an interesting wee little tidbit. I do feel like Prendergast is more likely than Pollock, but watch me say that and then it'll be the other way around. But just because I feel like Farrell's still got his Irish coaching hat on and would like to see such a young, talented dude be around a bunch of veterans and, you know, getting that experience. Do they get a bonus for taking an hour before announcing the squad? Well, they've got 90,000 people watching their live stream. So that must count for something. I think before this live stream, the Lions only had 60-something thousand subscribers. They've now got 72,000. So it seems like it's working pretty well. Don't remember the naming being this drawn out for 2021. Yeah, they are drawing this out. It's an awful couch. That is a sponsor couch. For sure. Should the Lions go for tall wingers to contest the ball in the air, or do they go for more agile, smaller wingers to cut around the Wallabies' defence? Well, the Wallabies have got Suoli'i, who's pretty good in the air. So it wouldn't surprise me for them to go tall. But I mean, Keenan, although he didn't show it 100% against Northampton's usually pretty safe as houses at the back. He chases high balls pretty well. It was pretty drawn out for 2021 as well. I don't remember if I watched 2021 live. It was during COVID. I wouldn't have had anything else to do, surely. They turned off the comments for the main channel. Any chance you can add audio? I could probably play it over my microphone, but I'm worried if I play it, they could copyright claim. I've had it for audio before. Victoria, how about Bordeaux? That jersey you gave me, Victoria, is getting some good use in this Champions Cup campaign. What can I say? Yeah, they are playing some bloody fine rugby. Let the hair go, Alan Wynne. Embrace the bald. It is always kind of disconcerting for me to realise that Alan Wynne Jones is younger than me. He feels and looks older than me. Right, here we go. Captain. Who's it going to be? Any surprise? No. Worst kept secret. It's going to be a Toje. Lions. Captain. Hey, Maro Toje. Surprise factor 0. Well done. Well done, Maro. I think he was always going to be the guy. He's a leader with his own team. He is a surefire guy to be starting. So, yeah, it's Toje as captain. Look at he looks genuinely chuffed. And as he should be. I'm back visiting this summer once. I'll get you a souvenir if we win. I would love it, Victoria. I think they're going to be favourites. Big time. Happy enough, he is a machine. He is an absolute defensive powerhouse. He'll be a big old threat at the breakdown. His penalty count was a little bit higher in the Six Nations from memory of his stats, but nah, he'll do well. He will do well. Interesting to hear calling for discipline. Yeah, you're on the same page as me with the penalty thing. I felt like he gets a bit of a bad rep for his penalty count being too high, because I felt like it was tracking lower, but it started tracking back a bit higher in more recent times. Are you and Tony going to be watching the series together? I don't know. I usually do live streams at my house, because then I can do a review straight after. Well, that's one down. What's Maro going to have to say for himself? My stream is just friggin' frozen again. I can't picture Maro giving those same like foul-mouthed speeches as we've seen some of the Lions captains give to their guys. You know, F this, F that, let's go smash these, F and la 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 la. I love those team talks. I feel like Maro is going to be more measured than that. I don't know. Are you in a pub? I wish I was in a pub. Although it is 20 past 1 in the morning. I'd have to get an Uber home. TED Talks. Yeah, you feel like Maro is going to give you a TED Talk rather than rather than a bollocking. Only another 30 minutes before they read the rest of the squad. Yep. Yep. Perfect time to be in the pub, John. I haven't been in a pub at 1 o'clock in the morning for 10 years at least. At least. Watching live from Shanghai, Grand Yard Pub. Love your work. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Gail. I've been to Shanghai, but I haven't been to the Grand Yard Pub. I feel a lot safer at a pub at 1 a.m. in France than in New Zealand. I feel a lot safer in a pub at 1 a.m. in China than I did in New Zealand as well. Fair call for captain, says Doug, and he says this is a Scotsman. Is certainly to be picked, but we need to have leadership around him. It's definitely going to be a team effort, isn't it? Sonic can't do it. He's off. Enjoy your nap, mate. I feel like they're going to get on with it. But they're just talking about the call that Maro got to name him the captain. I'll be honest, I'm not really listening to it that much. I'm more reading your guys' chat. Surely each player is not going to do a long-winded speech about the history and prestige of the Lions. Yeah, probably not. Now they're doing the whole backroom thing where they got to shake everybody's hands. Yeah, okay. What do you think of the Lions women's team to tour New Zealand? That should be a really interesting tour as well. I will be curious to see what kind of coverage it gets over here. Because the Black Ferns are playing soon. I feel like from the Pacific Fours, the coverage has been it's been all right, but I wouldn't say it's been big news. Good evening from Japan, everybody. Daniel, how's it going, man? What time is it in Japan? 12, 11, 10, 9. 9 o'clock? Do you get 3 wishes if you rub his earring? Probably not. Probably not, but I'm sure the earring does have some kind of something deep and meaningful. After the break. Oh man, they're going to play another ad. Oh, goodness me. I want to go to bed. It's friggin' almost 1:30. The stream will continue shortly. I guess right now on Sky UK, they're playing an ad break. Like an actual ad break. Rico, you all need to play for the Black Ferns. Oh man, it's too late in the night for me to get my brain around that one. It was worse than a soap opera, Keith. If there's one thing rugby fans like, it's sitting around watching a bunch of faffing about. Yeah. Love the way Maro carries himself off the pitch, says Kraft. Rate him over Doris for the captain's pick. It genuinely would have been an interesting one if Doris had been fit. But with him pretty much out, it seemed like a pretty straightforward one, eh? Bendy says, I will shake it if Prendergast gets selected. Again, I don't know what that means at 1:24 a.m. At a 20-minute break. I'm going to grab a drink. I'm going to grab that Jameson's. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in just 2 seconds. It's not far. Needs a drink. I'm back. Goodness me. Finsmith, Prendergast, and Frawley should be the 10s. Frawley. I haven't heard Frawley's name suggested by anybody. Alright, that sounds nice. Rugby itch, bro. Long time no see. Hamish was here just a few minutes ago. How's it going, my friend? Cheers, everybody. Let's... I don't want to say suffer through this, but let's hope they get on with it. She said the squad is still to come. Okay. Good to know. Glad I didn't buy tickets to watch the live event. Not sure who thought it was a good idea. Well, yeah, I was just saying earlier, didn't they have to give the tickets away for free? Oh, they've put the name on the mural. There you go. They did that while we were waiting. Piwe, has it always been this dragged out? Good to see you, bro. Piwe's been on this channel a very, very long time. I don't remember it being this dragged out, but maybe I just didn't watch it live before. Hamish is still here, eagerly awaiting the squad. Good man, Hamish. Haven't heard Russell's name being mentioned as a 10. Is it something you've missed? You haven't missed anything yet. It's just Maro chatting about being named captain so far. Let's remind ourselves what happened last time we were in Australia. Okay. Yep. Let's do that. George North picking up Israel Folau was pretty friggin' awesome. Jameson's a good choice. Yeah, I bought the Jamesons the last time I had the old Clippies, but I didn't get through much of the Jamesons, eh? But it seems like a good moment to have some. For some reason, I expected the squad, says Daramundi, to be announced later on tonight. I'll be looking at this, and I'll be looking at the squad in the morning. Yeah, it's kind of bedtime for you in Australia. If only they had Wallabies versus Lions in Perth. Going to see the Wallabies VABs in Perth, though. Oh man, I've never been to Perth. Perth's in the same friggin' time zone as China. It's a far, far place, but the Honey Badger did some promo stuff on Perth and it looks beautiful. Bro, it's bedtime for you in New Zealand. It is now 1:28. How long has this stream even been going for? 48 minutes. Jesus. Excuse me. Their live stream's not been going quite that long. Their live stream's been going 42 minutes. We've got one player down. How good it would be a podcast with 2 cents, Kiwi Legs, Squidge, Egg Chasers, and maybe Wild Card. It could be everyone gets distracted. That'd be some organizational skills to get all those time zones together. I have spoken to Squidge on a podcast once before. I've spoken to Hamish before from Kiwi Lads, and I've spoken to Egg Chasers Tim on WhatsApp before. But I've never spoken to Wildcard apart from on YouTube comments. 9:30 p.m. here. You love Perth, mate. Why are you in Perth? You're supposed to be in Auckland. Wildcard the Wild Man. Wildcard is going to get some content from the Lions tour being in Australia. It's going to be right up his alley. But weirdly with him, I feel like his content does so much better when the Wallabies are in a bad place. Like, he gets to unleash when the Wallabies lose. It's almost more entertaining. Like when the Wallabies win, it's almost not as good to watch his videos. You just want to see him let loose. You moved to Perth, bro. You're one of those thousands of Kiwis abandoning the country for higher paying jobs over in Australia, eh? Goodness gracious. It's his rants in Soviet Russia. Indeed, the wildcard rant is like no other. Isn't it Monty Python where they do the get on with it thing? Is that Life of... not Life of Brian. What's the medieval one? Monty Python. Get on with it. That's what I'm picturing in my mind. Back row is going to be fascinating, Doug. I think more so than any other. Maybe the 10s are also kind of fascinating, but you feel like Russell's a lock. All the game misses the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger was good value. Holy Grail. That's the one, guys. Jeez, my brain is so slow. Swears rented about every team at least once. He does a good rant. Holy shit, we're going to get some players. All right. Okay, players. What do we got? Here we go. Okay. All right. Tyke Burn, no surprise. Chisholm, no surprise. I think. My stream's just frozen. Jack Conan, especially with Doris out, no surprise. Cowan Dickey, does that mean maybe no George or no Kelleher? That is an interesting one. My stream's just friggin' frozen again. Come on. Scott Cummings. With George Martin out, that was not surprising. Tom Curry, he was always a lock. Tom Cummings, I think, was always going to get him once Martin dropped out. Ben Earl, I think he was always a lock. There's no real surprise there. Xander, he's not played much rugby recently, but he's certainly one of the guys putting his hands up for tight end prop, for sure. Tyke Furlong, there were some people saying he's not got the form at the moment, but I think reputation-wise, he was always going to get in. Alice Genge, yeah, he was always one of the locks in, I think. A prop. Mara Toja, no shit. He's already been named captain. Not sure I'd have taken Cowan Dickey, says Handra. Who have we missed out by the alphabet? Oh, that means no Jamie George. Because we've already passed G for George. The Jamie George is not going. And yeah, no Doris as well. McCarthy's going. No Doris. No Jamie George. Jack Morgan is going. Good man. There you go. You got one Welshman. Obviously no Falatau. Henry Pollock. Oh, the bolter. The bolter. He fucking made it. Oh, my goody aunt. They went and pulled the trigger on Pollock. I didn't think they would go that. And James Ryan, he's played no rugby. Goodness gracious. Schoolman, yeah, that makes sense. Laws missed out, yep. That means no Jamie Ritchie as well, eh? Jamie Ritchie didn't make it. I would have picked, if you'd asked me to bet, I would have gambled that Ritchie makes it ahead of Pollock, but they pulled the trigger on Pollock. Wow. Wow. Big call. Wow. So, no Jamie Ritchie, no Laws. No Doris. And the back straight into it. Now they're finally not mucking around. No Dodge. Yeah. Aki. Okay. That makes sense. I think he was picked by most. Oh, Daly is the utility. Ooh. That means you're not going to get Tom Jordan now. Tommy Freeman. That's a fair reward for some good form. 100%. Oh yeah, no Jack Willis too. Gibson Park with a shiner in his photo. That's a hell of a photo. Oh my god. They did pick Hansen despite his niggle. So I don't know that you'll see Darcy Graham. You can't see Darcy Graham. Graham didn't make it. Keenan is in there. That was never in doubt. Yeah, no Farrell too. Kinghorn was always going to make it. James Lowe. That was always pretty steady as she goes. Yeah, Daly is the utility. Mitchell was always going to make it. Ringrose, yeah, pretty steady as she goes in the midfield. No dramas there. Finn Russell. Okay. Yeah, always going to make it. Finn Smith. Does Marcus get called next? Or because we've already got Elliot Daly as utility and Kinghorn, do we need him? Marcus Smith, he's on the plane as well. So you're not going to get no Prendergast. Sione Tuipulotu goes despite his injuries. No George Ford, yeah. Big Duan goes. Thomas Williams goes as the other Welshman, so we were right when we said about two Welshmen. So that means he gets in ahead of Ben White as the other halfback. So no Prendergast, no Doris, Finn Smith yes, Marcus Smith yes, Owen Farrell no, Tom Jordan no, Faye Waboso no, Pollock yes. Pollock is the biggest bolter, right? Yeah, no Hugh Jones. Was he named? Where is he? My stream kept kind of freezing on me. Hugh Jones. Oh yeah, Hugh Jones is there. Okay, you're right. Hugh Jones is there. So the midfield is pretty much as predicted. Pollock's a bolter as a Lucy. And then Daly. But Daly was called. Yeah, no Darcy Graham. Daly was kind of called by a fair few of the people in terms of his ability to kind of cover. Doris is indeed injured. So two Welshmen, one in the backs and one in the forwards. Jack Morgan's going, and Thomas Williams is going. Josh van der Fleer made it, of course. Yeah, Jamie George missed out for Cowan Dickey and the hookers. Dewey Lake didn't make it. Beelum didn't make it. Yeah. Some big omissions, but I still think it's largely the core that was pretty much expected. The captain is to be expected. The core of the guys I feel like are going to be more or less there. A couple of big lump locks in Chesham and McCarthy, and then Byrne and Itoje there as well. I'm still not sure if they're going to play Byrne and Itoje together. They might. But, yeah. Interesting. They finally got on with it. But yeah, we'll see how they go. We need to see what kind of team the Aussies name when they finally get around to it. But yeah, Darcy Graham, Faye Waboso, these guys miss out in the backs. Tom Jordan I always thought was a bit of a long shot. Prendergast, I honestly think it's better Prendergast doesn't go. He needs to go on. Where they're playing like Georgia and Romania and stuff. Give him some more time to boss the Irish side around during the mid-year. Get that guy some more experience under the belt. I think that'll be good for him. Pollock is a genuine bolter. 20 minutes of Test rugby. So I think he is the biggest call. And Mac Hansen, bit of an injury. He's picked up just before the start of the tour. He still goes. So that's a kind of maybe slightly more conservative one that overruled the likes of a Graham or a Faye Waboso. So, all right. That sounds about right. Okay. A few out of form players. There's a few reputational picks. There's a few guys who are, under a bit of an injury cloud but still managed to get selected. But I still feel like it is pretty steady as she goes, barring a couple. Nice and sleazy, mate. It is, by the way, that's a friggin' Stranglers reference, isn't it? A Stranglers song reference. Thomas Williams and Jack Morgan. Those are your two Welsh lads. Yeah, James Ryan's been injured a fair bit. So he's also, I don't want to say a bolter, but there was a bit of talk that he might not go. But he goes, and with George Martin not going, Scott Cummings going is kind of good for the Scottish contingent. Rory Darge is unlucky, but Jesus, there's so many good, there's so many good Lucies. Frickin' Ben Earl's a tackling machine. Jack Morgan is a tackling machine. They've got Pollock in there, who is proper versatile. They got Josh van der Fleer. They've got Tom Curry. If they don't have a heap of good tacklers. So, yeah. Furlong lucky to go. That one's a little bit of a reputational pick. One of your favourite tracks from the Stranglers. Good to know I got that reference after all these years. But there we go. All right, folks. I think I'm going to go to bed because it is 1:45 in the morning, and my brain is struggling to keep up with what's going on. So here's some whiskey. Hope you guys are all good. Cheers for coming along for the stream, keeping me awake. It's an interesting squad, but biggest surprise for me is Pollock, because I honestly didn't think Andy would pull the trigger on that one, but he did it. So there you go. You guys take care of yourselves. Enjoy the chat. And yeah, we will get to the kind of build up to the pre-test matches, all the games against the Super Rugby sides and the Anzac side and whatnot. But yeah, thank you for being here, and I will see you guys. I'll probably do like a squad reaction proper video tomorrow after I've slept. Anyway, cheers, and yeah, see you guys.